will present to you the live coding session around Portal Factory dashboards. Let's start by introducing a little myself. I am software developer at Jahia, and before that I used to work as an integrator on a Portal project, creating portlets for direct customer needs. And now I will talk about Portal Factory dashboards. So what's Portal Factory dashboards allow you to do? It's to build custom user environments, dashboards, where you can put widgets, direct applicative in it. So it's definitely lighter than portlets, and because it's based on digital factory coding, so standards. Widgets are just normal components. They have definitions, view, and they go through the normal rendering of component in Jahia. So let's start the coding session. So I have so this is the portal. Actually, this is the dashboard. So you have directly create some content in it. So you can drag and drop and add new content in it. So my widget will be a chatting widget to allow users to talk with each other. I have only 20 minutes to do it. So let's start. Actually, the chatting tab, it's empty. Let's start by the beginning. So first, there are definitions. So this is the definition of my widgets. It's really simple. The only thing you need to know on the definition of a widget, it's this mixin that allows this content type to be used as a portal component. The portal API will do the rest to allow you to add him directly in the pages. I have added only one property, a room property, so I will be able to switch room of discussion in the channel widget. So this is the only thing about the definition. About the views, there is two views. You can see them here, portal.edit and portal.view. This is the conventions directly detected by the portal, so the portal know which view to load in the proper occasion. So you can see here there is a little button, so the portal load directly the edit view, and it will load the normal view. So let's do it for my widget. It will be an Angular application, so I have also JavaScript ready to put some code in it. I have already configured some code in my GSP, so this is not the interesting part, so I have already prepared that. So let's start by the edit view, for example. Actually, I can directly create my component in my page, so you will see it's empty for now. So that's it, it's empty, it displays nothing. So let's do some code. First, what I need, it's a simple form. A little lower. A little form with some inputs. So let's create them. It's really simple HTML coding. That's it. For the name of the inputs, I directly use the exactly same name as the GCR property. So I just have to serialize this form and send it through the new GCR REST API, so it will be directly saved. It's really easy to do, and I can inject the value here because I am in a GSP. I have access to the current node and get the displayable name. That's it. I will do the same for the room property. So let's do it. Just copy paste that, change with the good name of the GCR property. And I need to get the room property on my current node. So what I need now, it's two actions, I think. It's one action to cancel and one action to save. So let's create two simple buttons, one for cancel and one for save. And because I am in my Angular applications, I can bind them directly to some actions in my controller. So let's call it cancel. That's it. Copy paste that here. Let's call it save. So now we can directly see the result without reloading the page because the Portal API is loading the components in Ajax. So just by display that, but my button don't do anything for now. I need to do some code in my Angular controller. So let's do it in my controller. I have created services behind that is called message services that I can use directly in my application. I will show you at the end if I have some more time. So directly in my scope, I need to define the function I have used in the GSP. So let's do it. So the console, I can directly use the widgets that I also inject in my application directly. So I just can call a load function that will reload the default view of my widgets. So that's it for the console action. And let's do the save. It will be almost the same function, false function. That's it. And here I can use the message service to update my widget and send him the widgets that is stored in my current scope. And that's it. So let's test that. So if I reload this page, I need to reload it because I changed some JavaScript. Oh, you stay here. Okay, I want to change the message, the title of my components, of my widgets. Let's call it JahiaOne discuss and change the room by JahiaOne room. Let's save, and it's correctly saved. It's working, so it's cool. And we see that the room is correctly saved, and the title have changed. I cancel, the cancel work also. It's magic. So now we have that. We have the data that is saved. We need to display the messages and allow the user to add new one. So let's do the JavaScript part about that. What I think I need is a refresh function in my. This is the controller of my default view. So let's do a simple refresh function here. Okay, that just pull all the messages using the same services. So the message service get messages, actually, that took the room as parameter. So the room is also injected in my current scope. So I will show you at the end how I have done that. And yeah, there is a function as a callback to get the messages from the service because they are loaded using Ajax. So I think that's it. I am using here a small Angular apply, so the messages will be directly stored in my current scope. Let's do that. Okay, and now what I need to do is to store the messages in my current Angular scope so I can display them in the GSPs. So that's it, and now I need to be able to add new message. So at least what function to be able to post new message. So let's call it post function. It will be released also. So there is also a function in the message service I can use for that. It's called the message service post message, if I remember well. That took the scope as first parameter, and indeed the message. So let's call it for now new message. It's not done, don't exist yet, but we will bind it directly to the view you will see. And it takes a function as callback. So let's just do a simple refresh at the end. So that's it. And don't yell at me for what I'm going to do because it's a little bit, you know, I will just pull all the messages every second. It's a little bit heavy. So let's just do a refresh every second. So I think that's it for the JavaScript part. Not missing anything. So now we need to do some HTML to be able to display the result. So I will just edit the portal.view, that is the default view of my widget. So it's still empty. There is some code, but it's just configuration. So let's start by just display a list of all the messages I have. It will be easy, just using the magic of Angular. For all the message I have in my messages, it's the object I have in my scope. Let's display nicely the message with a little scroll. So I can access to my message here, can drill down my message property to get the author, for example. Yes, and the body of the message, actually, that is what it's interesting. That's it, and yes, just do the same as that, but with the body property. So that's it. Now I need to be able to add some new message. So let's create a nice text area. So if you remember, I named something in my code that called new message, and it's coming from nowhere. So it will become from here, new message. Will be created in my scope, and what I need to do is just an action to be able to post my message. So let's create a button. Let's call it post, and bind the actions to the post function I have just created before. Somebody see a click? Thanks. If you see, if you are following. Let's call just the post function. So let's see the render if I have no forgot anything. So let's just reload the page. So my text area is displayed. And can I post message? So hi, giants. And actually, it's working. So root is talking, it's the JahiaOne room. So let's just start a new session. Can I do it in split screen, please? Yeah, thanks. So, yeah, it's a little bit, but you will be do. So let's connect with another user here, using Han. I love Han. And see the portal, going to the chatting tab, and see the message I have correctly put with root, and say, hi root, that is working. So that's it. So you can see here also, with Han, I have no the edit actions, because I have no the right of editing it. It's just a portal template. It's not Han portals, but it's a feature of portal factory dashboards. I have no the time to talk about all of them, because there are many. And actually, that's it about the coding of the widget itself. So I don't know how much time it remains to me. If I can show you, for example, the service I have created for this widget, it's here. So it's just some functions I have used in my demonstration. So the get channels, for example, to get all the room. Get channel for get a room by his name. It's actually just using the GCL REST API. I have built a small API for the portal dashboard to make standard calls to be more easy. So I'm just creating standard calls to get the nodes and create them. Create channels, post message, actually the function I just used. So here you can see the structure of a message. You have a body, an author, that's what you see, and the creation date. I'm not displaying the creation date, but I am using it to do a sort by to display the message in the good order. And this is the update widget. So you can see here, I'm just taking the form and serialize it and directly send him through the new REST API. So that's really easy. And this is the injector I talk about. It's allow me to inject some value coming from the GSP on the Jahia API in my Angular scope without doing crappy stuff. I don't want to tell you that. I am using the Angular way to inject some data in my scope. And that's pretty much it for my widget. Actually, I can change room to something else, but I don't know. I'm talking with myself. It's not really funny. So let's go back to the presentation. So that's it. The code is on GitHub. It will not be. It's possible that it's not exactly the same because I will do it in live. And yeah, start coding your own widgets. If you have questions.